was a chassid of Reb Shlomo and enjoyed his music and respected his work. And we made a kiddush cup. And we made it without a base, so it could never be put down. So, for the very first time for public viewing, the only people that's seen this before is myself, my wife, Neshama, obviously, and Abe. Abe is my gallery director, by the way. He'll actually be the one taking the orders for the kiddush cups. The cup of love and prayer in memory of Reb Shlomo. Hold on.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Whatever comes with it. Bravo. Cup of love and prayer. Shlomo, I asked Neshama, I said, what did Shlomo always say? Good Shabbos? Good Shabbos? Good Shabbos. Not just once, but he said it a second time. So we put it in, Good Shabbos, in celebration of the life of Reb Shlomo's life by Neshama Carlebach and Johnathin Greenstein. And I hope, in addition to everything else, these cups bring Reb Shlomo's Neshama just a little bit higher, if it's possible, to get even higher and higher, literally, higher and higher, closer to God. So I welcome everybody to play with them and touch them in one moment, because we're not done. Our next project, since we're working on this anyway, I was flying to Israel. Reb Shlomo had a whole bunch of unreleased music. Some of it you're listening to tonight. All right? Stuff that he recorded that's never been in public print. Whether it was live or whether it was recorded in studio albums. Mark, who was the president, and Tom, who owned Sojourn Records with Neshama, own these very secret, great, magical, mystical recordings. You can't just put them out in a CD. It's not appropriate. Shlomo's gone 18 years. And it is so magnificent. When I go to Israel, Shlomo, when you go to Israel, what's your first time?
My sister's house.
Okay.
But for you.
My first stop
Please.
is Reb Shlomo. I go visit. I go visit my Rebbe, and I say a couple kapitel to him, and of course I sing to him. His own Negunim, of course. Sometimes. And for those of you that have heard me lead Friday night davening, it can take a little bit of a long time. And as the tequila has eroded my vocal cords, not always so pleasurable. So we wanted to present it in something so fantastic, because the music is jewels. They are little tiny jewels. Not jewels to the eyes, but jewels to the ears. So we wanted to make a jewel to the eye. My first stop in Israel was to visit my Rebbe, Reb Shlomo. So his kever, his final resting place, his physical resting place, it's a very sacred place for me. It's a very sacred place for most people in the room. I pray, I speak to him, sometimes he speaks back to me. And I wanted people, we wanted to be able to put that in everybody's home. Shlomo's second biggest thing was tzedaka, charity. Shlomo gave everything away. Everything away. Neshama and I had a private conversation, I'm sorry to expose that, Shlomo, it's okay. Shlomo earned money. He was able to earn, but he never kept it. He gave everything away, sometimes as he earned it. Nothing could be higher, nothing could be holier than giving charity in memory of Reb Shlomo. We put the two things together, these 10 CDs, these 10 jewels, together with the gift of charity, together with giving, which Shlomo's life was exemplified, and we put it into one beautiful charity box. I copied his grave in my own, in Neshama and I's, our own artistic style together. Hours we would sit and just look at different angles and measured, and then Mark gave me the CDs, and we figured how to do it. So while this is not the charity box of love and prayer, it is a sterling silver charity box, which is inscribed just like on his kever, Mamish Gevald, the sweetest of the sweet, the deepest of the deep, and the holiest of the holy. in the same Jerusalem type of stone that his kever is in. Like I say, I do not take credit for the musical note. The silversmith that I had doing this for me added his own touch. And I thought it was just mamish default. You know, that's the loop. In Hebrew, Tzedaka L'Zecher Nishmas Reb Shlomo Carlebach. Everybody that gives charity is going to bring Reb Shlomo's Neshama just a tiny drop higher on a different madriga up to heaven, in addition to getting 10 fantastic CDs. While this is obviously a fortune of money, because it cost a fortune of money to make, Sojourn Records and coordination with me and Neshama, we were making a whole bunch of them in wood also. That's going to be more affordable. I don't want necessarily to own the collector's item. So just so we can get Reb Shlomo's music out. Charity boxes, we're making 50 of them. They're orderable. You can see me, you can see Abe. The kidush cups, we're making 200 of them. And then maybe we'll move on to the next project. The cup of freedom. And in the interim, I invite everybody up to take a look, play with them, compliment Neshama and ours design. I take compliments freely. If anybody has an interest in ordering one, feel free to see either myself or Abe. Thank you. And I'm going to put this music back on Reb Shlomo and upload it. You can take these other two.
It's cool.
Yeah, put it down, you're right. That was something in it. Especially here, it's not gonna...
No, but usually it's not for a presentation, right?
By the way, if anybody needs Shlomo CDs, we have the whole collection here available for sale.
Yep. Congratulations.
It's awesome.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's great.
Somebody made one of these, each one of these by hands.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a collector's item.
I hope so.
There's only 200.
Should be. I'm only making 200.
So it's gonna be in Christie's in a few years.
And each one of these is made by hand. My silversmith in Israel made each and every one of these by hand.
You need to decide like a master.
Sorry about that. You take away from me.
Yeah.
I'd rather sell 200 cups. You know, and